Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, we are in the cafe this week, so we are going to have ourselves an espresso spread show. We are in week 9. I am Tony Parlay. Joining me is my co-host, Andrew Miller.
What's up?
Our other co-host, Chris Billings. He's on a bye week. How are you doing today, Andrew?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm pretty good. I took a little vacation last week, went hunting down in the north side of Austin. We did get to experience a very beautiful wedding, but now I'm back from my adventures and my role playing and dungeon king. No, that doesn't work. Okay. But yeah, I'm back. Let's talk some football. I kind of missed it, guys. I missed you.
We missed you. We thought you were at a Dungeons and Dragons Magic the Gathering convention, but I see you're traveling, hopefully learning some geography. Just throwing that out there.
Still in the same state. Can't leave my state.
All right. Well, you got to hope. You got to hope anyways.
Yes,
but
sir.
Before we get into that, we'll go into week 9 spreads. Let's recap last week when we did miss you, and it was just Chris and I going through the games. I thought Chris did well last week. It turns out he was 8-7. He took the lead in the spreads. He's still 46%.
Okay.
Andrew was second, 6-9. And then I was just driving that struggle bus, 5-10, all the way last. It was terrifying. It was Halloween, so my picks were indeed scary. Just letting you guys know that. For the season, like I said, Chris is on top, 57, 63-2, 46%. Me and Miller are behind him, just a couple games. I got 2 games behind him, and Miller's 2 games behind me. I'm not doing those percentages. We just suck. But straight up, were we any better? Slightly. Billings and me were tied, 7-8. Miller was 6-9. Yeah. Half the game's right. It was a scary weekend. I'm telling you, it was scary all around.
What happened?
we didn't have the trio here. We just were bad. We just didn't have each other to go ahead and depend on.
You guys keep me even. I like that. Yeah. We're going to have to try to see what we can figure out today.
Well, Miller is still on top for the pick'ems. Straight up, 75-47, 61%. Billings is tied with him, and I am 1 pick behind. Just a little preview, guys. I am still 1 pick behind. We'll see what goes on this week, though. I've got a good feeling this week. I got to bounce back in me. Don't you count me out yet. Don't you count me out yet.
Hasn't even started.
Let's get into the first game. It was Jets and Colts on Thursday night. Colts were favored by 10.5. Pretty big spread. Both my co-hosts here picked the Jets. I picked the Colts. I was right. They were wrong. I had to sweat it out, though. It was a bad game, though. But the score kind of indicated it was a good game, but no. Okay.
Not a good game.
Jets were on a third-string quarterback. Yeah.
How are you going to predict that? That is probably the hardest thing. You can't predict injuries. So we thought it was going to be a good game. It was a good game, like you said at the end there, but that was just all garbage time. So, yeah.
Indeed.
Jets.
Lots of garbage time for that Jets team. Previous week was filled with backup quarterbacks succeeding. The Jets kind of ran their luck a little bit too much and had a third-string quarterback there at the end. I don't think you could be winning games with a third-string quarterback. That's just too much.
Not at all.
Anyways, we are going to go through the slate of games. We have 4 games that we are in agreement on, and we have 4 teams on a bye this week: Lions, Seahawks, Bucks, and Washington football team. Let's start it off here with our game in Cincinnati. We've got the Bengals hoping to recover from that shocking loss to the Jets, 3.5-point favorites. We have the Browns with now no Odell Beckham, and Baker Mayfield's biggest game in his career, as all of the attention and spotlight will be on him. Who do you got and why?
I've got the Bengals. I think this is kind of one of those get right games for the Bengals coming off of last week's loss. I think they're the better team in this matchup. I don't think the Browns are. I mean, they're still missing Nick Chubb. They just got Jarvis Landry back, so he's hoping to have a better game. But yeah, I'm leaning Bengals all the way in this one.
I would normally agree with you. Everything that you said is correct, but I'm so jaded from these picks last week and losing so much goddamn money to freaking you're welcome, FanDuel. You're welcome, DraftKings. You want to sponsor us? Give me some of that money back. I'll welcome it anytime. But I'm so jaded. I'm picking the Browns because I'm saying Baker Mayfield's covering this spread. He's at least covering this spread, okay? They may not win. We talked a little bit off camera about how I said Baker Mayfield's pretty average quarterback.
Pretty
not
average.
picking him. Yeah, not picking him over 5 or 6 quarterbacks in the AFC ever. But biggest game of his career, like I said, no Odell Beckham. They're covering this spread at least. A little preview. I'm not picking them to win, but they are going to cover this spread.
Okay.
Bringing us to our next game, we've got Chris Billings, Denver Broncos, coming to Dallas.
Dun, dun, dun.
Cowboys 8.5-point favorites. Dak Prescott is going to play in this game.
Okay.
Cowboys are on a hot streak. They have not beat the Broncos in 25 years.
Oh,
the Broncos. Yes, sir. That's the face. They have not beat that Broncos team in 25 years. The Broncos aren't doing so hot this year. I believe they're 4-4. Teddy Bridgewater had a pretty bad win last week against the Washington football team. Nobody really cared about that game. No one was watching. Come on now. This is lining up. Cowboys are going to whoop this team's ass. This is lining up for a beatdown.
They just lost one of their key defensive linemen, pass rushers, in that. I mean, that's a huge chunk that's going to be missing, especially with Dak needing time to throw the ball, like buying time in that pocket. It just kind of, all signs are pointing towards the Cowboys kind of walking away with this one, kind of manhandling this Broncos team. We'll see if they can actually show up for a little bit of a matchup. They have some decent wide receivers over there, but we'll see what ends up happening.
First of all, let's not underplay any of this, however we want to speak today. That Broncos team is going to be in for an ass whooping. Cowboys may have the best set of wide receivers in the league. Michael Gallup still hasn't played in 6 games. He's going to be coming back. That's right. He has it.
Okay.
40 burger Cowboys. It's coming out, whooping that ass, covering that 8.5 points. No contest. We did talk about Von Miller getting traded to the Rams. Pretty big acquisition. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to that Rams game. But moving on to, I'm going to go ahead and co-opt this team. My Miami Dolphins being favored by 7 points. Pick that Dolphins team every goddamn week. If you watch this show, you know that this guy just is a sucker for the Dolphins. For covering that spread. 2
a time. No way. Right. Playing the Texans? No way. And
that's those of you. Go ahead.
That's in Miami also. So
for those of you that aren't aware, the Texans decided to screw over everyone that bet against them last week, mainly me, when they covered a 16-point spread in the 4th quarter with the most garbage time touchdowns I've ever seen. Holy shit.
Davis Mills.
Oh, God. Jesus, slice that man's neck off and decapitate him. This was ridiculous. The one of the craziest covers I've ever seen in my life. I was outraged.
Garbage time. All of that was garbage time.
So you're picking the Texans to cover. Do they have any chance of winning?
I think they do, but it depends on how Tua plays. Tua is really the factor in this game. If he comes out and really plays like he wants to, then I think Miami's a better team and they can kind of lock down some of these Brandon Cooks. That's really all you're stopping on the Texans team. We don't come to play with a lot. We've got bare minimum, but if Tua decides to throw random passes to the defense, then I'm all for that. And we can be in this game. And I don't think that they can blow us out by more than a touchdown. So let's go Texans.
There he is. That's going to be a butt game. Let's be honest. We'll go ahead and catch glimpses of it on Red Zone. Let's just hope the Dolphins cover
A
for
field
once.
goal battle, probably.
Gross. Anyways, speaking of field goal battles here, we've got the Falcons, who somehow lost to the Panthers last week when Sam Darnold got injured and the backup quarterback came in, and somehow the Panthers won that game. Trying to bounce back off that loss, going to New Orleans, where Trevor Siemian is going to go ahead and be a 5.5-point favorite. Trevor Siemian, fresh off of his victory over fucking Tom Brady and the Bucks at home, slicing and dicing, looking like a legit veteran, hadn't thrown a pass in 3 freaking years.
We know if Taysom Hill has been cleared to play.
Yes, he's been cleared.
Okay.
So they're still going to use Taysom Hill in their little gadget ways.
They love
tight end,
Taysom Hill.
wide receiver passes, whatever. Dude,
Yeah.
they just paid that man $160 million.
Right.
Oh,
yeah. Clearly that man is good. Who do you have in this, Tony?
I'm picking the Falcons because I'm just so salty after losing money betting against Trevor Siemian and that Saints team. There's no way I'm going to learn my lesson. So I'm going with the Falcons to cover this 5.5-point spread.
This game is in New Orleans, we said, right? In that dome. And there seems to be a little bit more energy from these fans. They tend to play a little bit differently when they're in front of their home crowd. I'm going to go ahead and pick New Orleans to cover this spread, -5.5. So they got to win with a touchdown or something extra there. But I just think that is, the other one I meant to ask is Michael Thomas has been out. He's out for the year, right? So they're not going to get Michael Thomas.
Did they need him? Was Michael Thomas good? I don't even remember. Slant boy?
Not even sure who that guy is. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Saints in this one. Who dat?
All right.
One of those.
Who dat? One of those. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. We'll move forward to our next game here in New York. The Giants, off of their tough loss against the Chiefs on Monday night, hosting the Raiders. The Raiders are road favorites, 3 points. You're picking the Raiders. Let's go ahead and tell me why you're picking the Raiders. I've got an idea, but tell me why.
This man is a natural born leader. The Raiders have suffered some more horrific news in their organization. They can't seem to get out from under this black cloud, and it's not their own black cloud that in their black hole. It's just, he's going to step up and he's going to play probably better than he's played all season. This game, he's going to go out there and ball. The team needs him to do it. He seems to have been playing that role all season. Now they're going to play the hobbled Giants team. I'm sorry, the football Giants. They don't have half of their key starters. Their Daniel Jones is decent, but he's missing a supporting cast. There's nobody on that defense that's going to stop Derek Carr. So that's why I'm picking the Raiders in this one.
Surprise, surprise. Andrew Miller's in the Derek Carr on that cross-country trip. That's right. Vegas to New York. That's almost West Coast going east. But I am picking the Giants to cover this spread and to cover it only. This is going to be a field goal game. That Giants defense is still pretty good, so they're going to keep it close. And Devontae Booker, that guy just has the fountain of youth. He's making guys miss. Maybe that was just the Chiefs being bad at defense, but I think they keep it close, closer than you think. Daniel Jones, he's still got some wheels. He's making moves. Mm-hmm. So yes, Raiders win, but Giants keep that close. That's a cover for sure.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So we're going here to Charlotte. We've got the Panthers hosting the Patriots. We'll call this Stephon Gilmore revenge game. Patriots on the road, 3.5-point favorites. Who do you got and why?
No, man. In this game, I don't even think homeboy, what's his name?
Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold, yeah.
Homeboy Sam Darnold.
Homeboy. He's not going to play. I don't think so. I'm going Patriots. I think this is just they're going to roll these guys here. This is going to be he might get a pick or two. Stephen Gilmore, he got his first one last week, but I don't know. I don't think Mac Jones is looking pretty solid, and this is another stepping stone just to help him kind of like figure out where he's at.
Hey, Sam, you're our homeboy. Anytime you want to come on the show, you're more than welcome because you're clearly not playing for the Panthers. You and Christian McCaffrey, bring them on the show. Let's go ahead. We'll talk about
Come hang out. We'll talk plans, some coffee.
Come to the cafe. What's going on? I'm also picking the Patriots. Mac Jones and that team seem to be clicking. Went cross country to LA, smoked the Chargers. Herbert was confused. Had a pick six to win that game, ran all over them. I think some of the same stuff happens in Charlotte, and the Patriots cover that 3.5-point spread.
Nice.
Staying in the AFC East, we got the Bills. 14.5 points against the Jags. I'm going to let you guys know something. That Jaguars team sucks. Like, so bad it sucks. Like, if you were playing them in Madden, you'd be like, just unplug that controller. Quit the game.
They'd give you 13 players on defense.
Let me tell you how bad they suck. And then I'll tell you why I'm picking the Jags to cover this spread, because that's how much sense I make here today. That Jags team was losing 24-0 to the Seahawks. They scored a touchdown, so it's 24-6. And every other logical situation in game I've seen a football team score a touchdown, they go for two. Because you're like, hey, you go three possessions. You still want to get in it, right? The Jags do that? No. They kick the extra point to go to 24-7. And then so you're like, okay, well, they don't care about this game. Wrong. They then kick an onside kick. So I was just like, what is going on here?
Pulling out all the stops here.
God, poor Trevor Lawrence. You're just a victim of that Urban Meyer experience right now.
Yep.
But who do you got and why after I went ahead and told you about the Jags?
Bro, against the Bills? Against Mr. Josh Allen? Oh, man. The lead rusher on the Bills last week, that is what I got for you there. I think he's looking solid, man. This kid knows how to play. He's actually getting other receivers involved. I know I say that even though Emmanuel Sanders got a big donut last week, got 0 points. But you don't have Diggs becoming like a black hole sucking up all those targets. I mean, he's still looking for Beasley. He's still looking for Emmanuel Sanders. So those are nice to see in an offense. But that kid has some big wheels on his side as far as like being able to look down the field and run when he needs to. So I just don't see them keeping up with the Bills at all. I think this defense is going to stop. I mean, it's going to just come after Trevor. It's going to be so bad. I hope he doesn't get hurt.
Bills have won every game that they've won by 15 points. So I could see where this spread comes into play, but it's garbage time this week. That Jags team is coming for garbage time, and they're going to go ahead and lose by 14. That half point is going to be crucial.
Yep, that usually is.
Well, going to Baltimore, fresh off their bye, 5.5 points, home favorites to the Vikings, who somehow figured out a way to lose to the Cowboys and Cooper Rush at home last Sunday night. I am picking the Ravens. I think off a bye, everything is clicking for them. And that run game, Lamar is rested. I just think they just roll the Vikings. It seems like you're in agreement with me.
This would have been a great place for Odell to go.
The Ravens?
Yes. Like, as we're talking about it, we're kind of looking at everybody. Like, one team that desperately needs a wide receiver one to show up is the Ravens. Like, they don't have that one person that you're just looking for down the field each time. It's like it's Hollywood Brown on the bomb or like nobody. Mark Andrews in the middle of the field.
Mark Andrews stands. That guy's getting lots of targets, but I do agree with you. I think that would be a good fit. Sammy Watkins seems like his best days are behind him. Look at that face. Exactly. I've insulted him by bringing up Sammy Watkins in that cafe. Sam Darnold's invited, McCaffrey, but not Sammy Watkins. This is a Sammy Watkins free show. Get out of here, Sammy. We don't want you.
Hit the road.
But I don't think Cleveland would be willing to trade Odell or was willing to let Odell go to a division rival like that. But I do agree with you.
Yeah, that's very true. Smart. But I'm also picking the Ravens.
Yeah, that everything. The Vikings, I don't know what's wrong with them.
Not good.
Not much to say in that game. Let's move forward here.
Yeah.
We've got Chargers and Eagles. Chargers, 2.5 points. How is this spread so close? That's what I want to know. How? I mean, I picked the Lions last week, so I know I was wrong. And the Eagles went to Detroit and shit kicked them, and it was bad, real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this spread so close? Explain that to me, man.
I think they're going off of a little bit too much of that Eagles performance last week, seeing that 44 points, might be swaying some people a certain way, but I still don't think that this team is as dominant as they're trying to portray them. I think the Chargers are the better team here. They're going to come out. They're going to slang that ball. You're going to see Big Herbs come out and just look dominant in this game. This is a Chargers game. They're going to cover this. 2.5. They're going to.
I agree. Chargers are going to win. From what I've seen of the Eagles, they pretty much are just torturing Jalen Hurts. The play calling is some of the worst play calling I've ever seen. Like, thank God they played the Lions and just ran the ball last week, because every pass play for them is exactly the same. Like, run down the sidelines and Jalen's going to throw it deep and hope for some pass interference or something. Like, it's bad. It's real bad. Like, Zach Ertz, as soon as he gets traded, he's catching touchdowns for the Cardinals. So I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, they don't use the middle of the field. Like, Jalen Hurts struggles too much. So Chargers, back-to-back losses to the Ravens and Patriots. I think that they bounce back, and I think they win this game as well.
Yeah, this is Big Herb's time.
We got ourselves a Jordan Love versus Patrick Mahomes game in Kansas City here.
We're both vaccinated on this podcast. I think all three of us are vaccinated. So this is we're not going to spend too much time talking nonsense, but as I interrupt him to talk nonsense.
Yeah. We did our own research, and we know that we are a pro-vax podcast. So go Jordan Love.
Here we go.
I know you are vaccinated versus Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. At the time that this spread was given, 3 points, Green Bay somehow favored. I think that might have been with a different quarterback there. We don't even need to talk about him. Let's go ahead and do your own research. The Chiefs are at home. I know the Chiefs have been struggling. I'm picking the Chiefs to win this game, to cover. I think that Jordan Love does better than we all expect, but I don't think they beat the Chiefs. I'm considering this a get-right game for the Chiefs. I see you are changing your pick to the Chiefs as well. Why are we agreeing?
Yeah, I know he's going to get like a full week of reps, Jordan Love, but I would like to have seen him get a little bit more time to get ready for this game. There's too much attention surrounding the starting quarterback for Jordan Love to really take the mantle, if you will, like really inherit this. So I think that that's going to be the number one battle, is like the quarterback in his own head. It's not even going to be on the field. Jordan Love is going to be out there battling himself, trying to make sure that he's doing the right things. And that's going to kind of hinder the Green Bay offense. It's not going to look as smooth as it has. It's not going to be Mr. Aaron Rodgers getting all these offside calls and being able to make bombs down the field, throw bombs. They're going to be trying to find their rhythm. And that's hard when you're playing a team like the Chiefs, who have rhythm, but have lost it. And I think that that's going to be one of these games where whatever offense gets moving, gets their rhythm first, they're going to be able to take off. So I'm going with the Chiefs. I think they're going to be able to find themselves in this one. I hope we get some sort of sense of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Where the heck have you been, my friend? But it would be nice to see a running game. And what a great time to do it. Two awesome running backs, top 10 at least in the league. But yeah, I'm picking Chiefs. And I hope it's a good game. I hope it's not one of these like blowouts butt games that we usually get.
I would agree with you. You did bring up the running game, and I think that it's going to be a big game for A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones on the other side. I think that they're not going to be very confident with Jordan Love out there calling the same plays, and so they're going to go ahead and neuter that playbook, and it's going to be like run, punt, run, play action, incomplete, punt. And then I think they're going to give the Chiefs too many possessions, and I think the Chiefs do end up just pulling away. And I don't think the Packers can come back if they get down like a touchdown or 10 points.
Yeah.
Moving to another fun game here. We've got the San Francisco Niners, home dogs, Arizona Cardinals. There have been some questions about Kyler Murray playing in this game.
Yeah.
Didn't look so hot in that loss to the Packers on Thursday night, although AJ Green didn't realize that was a pass to him. That one had to hurt. And then I saw Kyler Murray dead. He hasn't practiced Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or today, I'm sure.
And I think Hopkins hasn't either. Hopkins has been out also.
So I'm sorry, Arizona Cardinals. I think it's over for you guys. I think that first part of the season was great. You got so hot, 7-0.
What?
This is how it starts to go. And then
the red zone is over. The Arizona red zone is over.
It's over. The JJ Watt injury. Now the Hopkins injury. Now you have Kyler injured.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
My die easiness.
It's going down. It's over. I'm picking the Niners. Seems like we're in agreement on that.
I'm also picking the Niners.
The Niners last week ran like 40 times against the Bears. 40. And they're just like, I don't care that that's Jimmy Garoppolo. We're calling Trey Lance plays. And Jimmy Garoppolo says, fuck it. I'm running the ball. He ran 2 touchdowns in last week. And I was just in shock seeing this shit on Red Zone. I'm like, is that Jimmy Garoppolo? He's running the ball?
We're not changing the offense. We're only changing quarterbacks. We don't care. Get in there.
Jimmy
Are you sure? We could call him in. Like, no.
I'll show you, Shanahan. Call those run plays. I'll run them. I'm durable. I'm Jimmy G. Let's go.
Let's go.
All in on that Jimmy G train this week. I don't know if they play Trey Lance or not, but I think that the Niners win this game regardless, because I think everything's falling to pieces for the Cardinals. It's just not looking good. Speaking of injuries, Derrick Henry, big time injury, out 6 to 10 weeks. The Titans are visiting the Rams. Rams are 7.5-point favorites at home. The Titans did sign Adrian Peterson this past week. What shakes his head immediately? What do you think?
Man, I mean, I think this is also one of those instances where the team's not going to change their offense. They're trying to bring somebody in that fits that mold. But I definitely don't think 2021 Adrian Peterson fits that mold. I think that there could have easily been like a signing, an in-league signing, rather than picking Adrian Peterson up halfway into this season with 0 to no reps. You know, like these guys all say that they're staying in shape, but it's like, man, once you get hit by another grown man, it kind of changes you. You know, you don't really, and he's not as ginger as he once was. So we're going to see if Adrian Peterson stands the test of time and he's literally all day AP, then I can't help you. That's God who created that man, and he is a freak of nature. So, but if he's what I'm thinking is going to happen, and it's AP is going to have maybe like a little bit less in his step, and you're going to have Aaron Donalds coming at you, and you're going to have Jalen Ramsey wanting to blitz the shit out of him. Like, oh man, I just hope that he makes it through this game. Like, let's go. I'm picking the Rams.
I'm in agreement picking the Rams. It seems like Andrew's setting himself up for an apology to Adrian Peterson next week. Come into the cafe. We'll serve you that apology coffee right there. Here you go. I'm sorry. There it is. But let's not forget, Rams are all in. They did trade for and get Von Miller this week too. So that will be another player that Adrian Peterson has to deal with in his first game back.
Did we see this coffee cup that the kids got the GM of the Rams? Did you see this?
Oh, with the picture on it?
It basically says like fuck picks or fuck the picks or something like that. Or
dude, they drafted Jared Goff #1. They're just so rattled by that. They're just like, never again. No.
Never going to that dance.
Dude, they trade for Stafford, they trade for Von Miller. They are all in. They're looking good. They're gonna definitely be one of those NFC contenders. It's gonna be tough to deal with that team. I think that Von Miller, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, the defense is gonna be problems for that team. Sorry, Ryan Tannehill. I don't see you guys covering that spread.
I think he owes you money.
Ryan Tannehill owes all of us money. Okay, he owes all of us money. Let's see how good you are. You're probably going to cover this spread with some bullshit, and then you're going to owe me some more money.
Ugh.
You know that's going to be a garbage time touchdown too, where they go for 2 or something late. I'm just going to be salty.
Jeremy McNichols.
Fucking trash. Speaking of fucking trash, we got Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers hosting the Bears Monday Night Football primetime game, 6.5 points. The Steelers somehow beat the Browns without a kicker after their kicker got lit up all kinds, and the refs didn't throw a roughing the passer call. It was pretty bad. I don't know why, but
because I saw that the rule that protects quarterbacks doesn't protect kickers.
But yes, like I read on Twitter, I said that basically that play would look like if me or you decided to play football and we're like, put us in, coach. Let's see what happens. That's what happens. We are not ready for that smoke. No.
His body can't handle it.
Dude, that guy, I felt bad for him. He got so lit up on the sideline. You could see like the Tweety birds like above his head and stuff after that. I was like, oh man, that's not a good look. But yes. Back to the game. You're picking the Steelers at home, 6.5 points. I am picking the Bears to cover this. This is the garbage time right here. Justin Fields makes some guys miss. He's actually good. No Matt Nagy actually let Justin Fields run. He was doing everything he could to help them beat the Niners last week, but no, they still lost. But they're covering this spread.
Man, I just think in Pittsburgh, that it's one of those environments that it's a lot harder to win in. I mean, the Bears aren't the best team yet. I mean, they have some solid pieces on defense that are hoping to stop what little Big Ben is left. You know, like he's not as mobile as he was. He's not running around. He's not staying in the pocket as long. So I mean, there's a chance that he gets sacked a bunch in this game, but I still think that this Najee Harris guy is able to run on these Bears. I think that they have enough with Deontay Johnson. So I still think that the Steelers are the better team in this. I'm picking the Steelers to cover against this Chicago Bears team.
I'd agree with you on that. Najee Harris seems to be a target monster, touch monster. He's their offense right now. Deontay Johnson gets those passes every now and then. I remember this Chase Claypool guy being good, but is that kicker going to be okay for the Steelers? Is he going to play?
I haven't even heard. Poor guy, Boswell. Probably needs to go see somebody about that. They might just stick with going for 2 points anyways in this game.
See, that's where the Bears could cover. That's where they could cover, is that the Steelers still haven't figured out that kicking game after calling that fake kick and just getting Boswell lit the fuck up. Good lords, that was painful.
Straight up, be like, I'm talking to you on Monday morning, coach. Like, I'll see you in your office. Like, we are gonna have some words.
the office, come to the training room. He is like still seeing stars. He's like, don't ever call that again. I am a kicker. I'm not going to be throwing touchdown passes.
Never want a guy running at me unblocked ever again.
Oh, it was bad to watch. It was bad to watch.
It was pretty bad.
Well, that does it for the spread show. That is the slate of games we've gone through. Hopefully we get Chris Billings back next week off of his bye week. Tune in to see how we did. I am Tony Parlay. This is my co-host, Andrew Miller. We're signing off.